Okay, that mountain's Canada right there.
Wave.
We could go for a hike and probably get in
Hey,
trouble.
that mountain's Canada.
It is.
Sounds like
So,
a
right.
euphemism for something. Oh, sorry, Dan.
Will,
This chocolate thing, do they make it differently, or why
It's
is
just
it?
better than
yes,
Hershey's because Hershey
uh,
sucks.
all chocolate not made in the United States is made better because
Yes.
United States chocolate is made with the vomit chemical.
Yes.
Yeah, and it like very little actual chocolate in
Yes.
U.S. based
Correct.
chocolate.
Really?
Literally,
Yes.
yeah,
Correct.
there's very because
It's fake
chocolate is
chocolate.
actually quite expensive.
Yes.
Like actual chocolate.
Real
So
chocolate. But
unless
they can
you're
make fake
buying,
chocolate.
yeah, and so unless you're buying a boutique flavor, like there's probably very little actual chocolate in it.
Yep.
Which is why it has that weird chemically like after
Tasting
vomit
gross.
taste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is literally the vomit chemical. The chemical smells and tastes like vomit. That is what they add into it.
Yummy.
I don't know why. But that's why like Reese's cups are still a-okay by me, but I'm not like down to clown with a giant like Hershey's bar.
Yeah, I'm done with Hershey's.
Hershey's is disgusting.
Yep.
Ah, there was all this
So
good,
I know
Valentine's
it's
chocolate
been
earlier.
like
So
a year, but who wants to
Yeah.
give the recap of what
Oh my God,
happened
help me
last year?
please, because it's been
It
longer for
has
me and
been
I don't
like
know
a
what's
year.
happening.
My notes say December 31st was our last game.
It was.
That's terrifying.
New Year's Eve.
Not for
It
Chris
was
and I. It was
last year. Either
So
way,
you guys were the 17th.
17th.
either way, it
It
was
was
last year.
17th.
It was last year because then I moved and I had the foundry issues, then my computer issues. Like it was just.
Mind blown.
I have
Maybe
lots.
that's why
my
I'm
thing
in such a
starts with
good mood
lots
this
of-
weekend.
My notes start with lots of Remy notices these things, and there's like a list of things.
Okay, let's go. What did Remy notice?
Lots of things. Let's pick the things that most people would notice. Breakfast isn't as busy as dinner was.
Okay.
Tegan is the only one drinking in the morning at breakfast because the Wayward Souls are the only ones who get alcohol in the morning because they can't sell it. And it seems relatively peaceful there. So isn't that nice? Portia and Adnan have no idea what to do at team paperwork, and they get this copy of Deed with like original people, and then they get like this unofficial copy, and they're very confused, and they come back. But Adnan goes to see Avi and Embrick and is like, "Hey, I need this really cool thing that Leaf has. Can you make me one?" And they're like, "Yeah, no." And he's like, "Can you take a quarterstaff and put bad daggers on the end?" And they're like, "Why?"
What did you all do?
So he wanted to get
Yes.
his.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about that.
So he gets his quarterstaff with a dagger on each end that he thinks is a great weapon, and it's not.
He shows it off.
Later on, he shows it off to Leaf and gets it. Oh my! It's great.
Yeah, that's his version of the Revenant blade.
Yeah, I'm just laughing as I'm looking at these notes because I'm remembering what happened now. Adnan is so proud of his Revenant blade, he shows it off. Tegan offers him a book on demons and stuff from his shop or something. So Adnan's like, "Yeah, let's go there." And then he meets the other Tegan, and apparently there's two Tegans, but Adnan's like, "Let's weightlift books so that I can be strong enough." And he drops books. Portia doesn't like paperwork, so she gives it. She's gonna save it for Leaf and Fosrin. She says, Tegan tries to get Remy to drink, and Remy's like, "Yeah, no." Leaf's not happy. "Yeah, that's fun. Big discussion of legal things. ...
Oh
Missing
no,
care.
you just blurred all over that. Tegan tried to get you to drink. You said no. You guys fought about it. You took the drink, but
Sleight of handed it over my shoulder.
poured
Leaf
it
barely
on
got
the
it.
floor, and Leaf made the tavern rapper shake, and like was like told her I kill people for less. Like Leaf suddenly like threatened her life, and you just gloss over that.
Yeah, this is part of why Remy's not so sure. What's up with you guys? She's like, "You're all a bit weird." So apparently there's this wagon coach thing from Avi and Embrick's then, and we just go up this mountain, and then we stop and we walk up to this dug with weird spellings gravesite. And there's this bigger on the inside basket of food, which is the coolest thing. And Adnan shows off his dagger staff again. And almost cuts himself. Yep. I just have lots of talking. Heading back to the city, Tegan decides to go to his tower, and Remy's like, Portia, let's go shopping for the special thing we need to get. And so we're going shopping. Oh my gosh.
That's amazing.
Where is Feist? What is Feist doing?
So when we just
fine.
stopped, yeah, we just
stopped after the picnic.
Yeah. So like
Feist
we
went
stopped.
to the picnic?
Yes, you were at the picnic with Avi and Embrick. Yeah.
And Feist
Right
let Adnan do the double Revenant blade thing? Feist
Was not
let
with him.
do
Was
that?
not with him at that point. Adnan was on his own.
Feist didn't correct the situation when we went up the mountain?
Feist was very concerned.
Feist left me out to dry.
Feist,
And Adnan did this because he wants Leaf to train him with a Revenant blade.
Oh yeah, we got to get up at 4 a.m.
So 4 a.m. training in the
wake
morning.
up call.
Yeah. That's the other
Feist
thing
remembers that
Oh.
part.
is that that was agreed upon, the 4 a.m. training.
Oh my.
Mhm.
Feist remembers that part.
Although one
Okay.
person was all like, I didn't agree to that, and Leaf was like, don't worry, I'll wake you up.
Hot.
Yep. Oh, and Portia almost was this the one where I almost stabbed? Nope, that was before.
Mhm.
Where I
Where you
almost stabbed
Gearhart?
Adnan.
Oh. Because before was Gearhart.
You just almost stabbed everybody. It's fine.
I mean, she has stabbed people before too. Like it's not just almost.
Got some anger issues over there, I feel.
I think she does.
Yeah. What about Princess As You Missed up until this point?
Oh, good thing I didn't read through these notes beforehand because that was the best reading of my notes.
Funny enough, I still feel like I have no idea what happened.
Welcome to the club.
So pretty much after the picnic, Tegan
made
went to his tower, Adnan and Leaf went towards the tavern, Remy and Portia
are
went
going
towards
shopping.
fashion treasures, and kind of
Whatever you two want to do.
Whatever you two want to do.
That's kind of why we stopped, I think.
Did Feist get to ask Avi and Embrick about their, and I can't remember what they remember about the shop and disappearing, because I know they have no memory. Did they get to ask about what happened?
Yes, and they told you that they can't talk about it.
Oh, Feist is gonna be pissed. No, they won't. They're too nice about that. Does Feist have a memory of, because it was the metal that that Feist and Embrick were gonna go investigate? Does Feist remember that bit? It's just the afterwards that they don't remember, or
It's
is it
from
the whole
entering the
purpose?
shop and whatever happened in the shop, gone.
Gone. Okay.
The before and the after, you're golden. And the
Okay.
between, you were drunk and forgot.
Did Feist pout sufficiently when they were told they couldn't know?
Yes.
Okay.
Probably.
Good. As long
Probably.
as long as they pouted in my
Yeah,
absence, then.
Yes, it's okay. Was it Embrick and Avi also gave Remy a wide-brimmed sun hat because the sun was hurting her poor little deep gnome eyeballs.
Avi did that. Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Sounds like something Avi would have in his bag.
Yeah. The bigger on
Well,
the
yeah.
inside picnic basket.
And
Alright.
he wore a long turquoise dress with his own wide-brimmed hat, and Embrick did his typical coveralls and flannel shirt. That the top 4 buttons were undone, so they're both looking pretty
Hot.
good. Yeah, I mean Embrick's always hot.
Mhm.
Oh, and Tegan wore brown robes.
Yes, he wore brown robes and
You wore
not a red
brown
robe.
robes up the mountain?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm very confused. Feist, figure this out.
You wore wait. What is your normal robe color?
Red.
Red.
Red. That's what it is. It's red normally. Fucking brown. It's brown Tegan.
Yes,
Brown
it's
Tegan
brown
came up
Tegan.
the mountains with us?
Yes.
Oh,
I feel like it's
man.
very racist. Brown Tegan.
What? You look the same to me.
Wow.
Oh
You
my
all
god.
look the same to me.
Jesus.
I don't think that's safe for us to say.
Are we officially live?
Of course we are.
Oh. Okay. Feist
I mean, it's
in
just YouTube though.
Feist
Okay.
is going to be writing shit down. They're going to be taking notes about. They will have taken notes about Tegan and probably would have gone back to the tavern with Adnan and Leaf, because they would have been a little salty that
Why is
they
it
didn't
so
get to know what was going
important what color robes I wear?
Because you're being weird about it.
There was 2 of you.
I mean,
Also,
I'm
you're
not the
full
one
of shit.
taking notes on people's dress.
It's more than just the dress, buddy. I know exactly where every mole is on your face. Can't bullshit me.
That's absolutely fucking terrifying.
Be terrified. A tiny 2-foot lizard is. Be terrified. Thank you for the books, by the way.
Wasn't one of the books that Tegan gave to Adnan like How to Not Suck for Your Party or something?
He got a handful of books on how not to be an idiot and die.
Oh, I was like, that's a lot of double entendre there, but okay. My bad. My bad.
It was a rough week for Adnan.
Didn't you get a mindfulness book? Or maybe Tegan gave me a mindfulness book. I can't remember. Feist is very traumatized by that tower visit.
I would have just handed you whatever the fuck was in my hands.
Didn't
For all
you
I
get
know,
some
you
sort
could
of
have
book
got a
about?
book on how to cook mushroom stew.
No, you said you were going to give me the book because it was about calming your anger.
Portia needs mindfulness. That's what it was.
Now that does sound like something I would do.
Oh man.
Record time for like tears on stream because I see Feist over there
Oh,
wiping.
absolutely. It was back at the. It started
Those
back
are
at
laughing tears, though.
Those
They
don't
don't feed
count.
me. Those don't fuel my soul.
Oh
Those
man.
don't count. Oh,
They
Tell
don't
you
fuel
what,
my
we'll
soul.
send you the video of Miranda getting the video from Tim Downey, and those will feed your soul.
We didn't record it.
You think I didn't?
Oh, you told me you didn't record that.
I didn't. I'm teasing you.
That's what I would say too. I totally didn't record it.
Oh man,
I've missed you.
Some
I missed
of
you guys so
the
much.
key points that were just for last time. The whole legalese entire scene has basically been skipped to being behind the scenes since our legalese person wasn't here. So that's all behind the scenes. Keegan had this brilliant idea of like some sort of shell companies instead of having to constantly update people, then have some basic rules that some people should be following, so that whenever one of you leaves or dies or retires, you don't have to keep replacing who's who and what's not. Um, and let's see. Tonight is bone soup.
Ah,
Jesus.
So many things.
I thought I missed
Eyes
it.
just went Feist white.
No.
We're not there
night
yet,
is the
don't
night
worry.
for bone soup. Avi and Emmerich had asked you guys, why do you keep going down the Devil's
my God.
Anus whenever you guys have the bar, which is almost a tavern, and you
Yeah.
clearly aren't needing money.
Yeah.
And then there
Remy was
was
confused too.
Feist
There
would
was,
also have been confused.
there was a conversation about, well, we promised Tegan's ex-girlfriend some books, and then I think it was Avi who said, but you guys burnt a library down there, so how does that really work? And then Adnan was like, well, there's other things down there, and we haven't explored it all. What else that might be kind of important to remember? Embrick had asked why the dance studio, and Tegan said that it was in honor of Doug with you because of his dance moves. To which Avi and Embrick both agreed Doug had fine dance moves. And they I forget which one, but one of them did ask, "Are you going to name it after him?" And it was kind of like, "Well, we're not sure about the name of the studio yet." Apparently, there's probably going to be like this inch by inch placard somewhere that says "In honor of Doug with you," and that's probably about it. Oh, who knows? Maybe some of you will get sentimental. But you guys had your picnic at Doug with You's grave, which is under a large tree and now there's fucking flowers everywhere. Whereas when you all were here months ago, those of you who were, the flowers was just along the stream bank, and apparently it was Avi's hand who made the flowers a little bit better. Apparently with bits of Doug with a U, because great fertilizer there. Wow. Um, Eve did offer the whole morning workout routine, which starts with a 7-mile run. In addition to helping people um, learn different weapons and stances with some general calisthenics and combat stances, as well as hand-to-hand combat training. To which everybody agreed after he mentioned that he usually does this shirtless.
That would not have been a motivator for
No,
Feist.
no, that was.
Feist wants to learn to
But
fight.
they
I
they
didn't
do want to
say.
learn though.
I didn't say that was the motivating for
Oh,
everybody. I said
my
that
bad. Okay.
Everybody else
everybody
agreed at
finally
that point.
agreed after
My
that
bad.
point.
My bad. Okay, I misunderstood.
Because Gerhardt was like, "Why am I running?" And then he was like, "I know now why I'm running."
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's for the tastiness.
Look, if it's not for a T-Rex, it's for the titties, okay? There's only 2 reasons you run.
Yes.
So not a Godzilla. You don't run for a Godzilla.
There is no fucking point. You will never make it.
That's fair. Actually, I'm not sure you're gonna make it from a T-Rex though
I
either.
don't think you will.
Look, that bitch made it in like high heels, okay? I've got some sort of optimism for myself.
There was some craziness with Tegan and his tower wearing different robes at different times, handing out books to people. And yeah, we ended after the picnic words. We ended after the picnic where you guys started kind of going your separate ways. Those that weren't here, you could totally decide to go with one group or the other. I know that we have team shopping group happening, and then a team drinking group. So,
Dan, can you remind me? You had asked Feist for something that I don't remember what it was.
Gauntlets.
Gauntlets. Okay, if Feist hadn't had a chance to address that with Avi and Embrick, they might go back with Avi and Embrick to talk metals and things like that. Because I think I remember doing some measurements in the session that I was here last to figure out like what he could or couldn't use. And I figured out how and I figured it had to be very light metal.
Yes.
yes, it would have
Okay.
to be very light metal, which is mithril,
Yeah.
which is not cheap.
Yeah. So I think Feist might go talk to Avi and Embrick about a plan before heading back. I think if I remember right, it was way out of Feist's ability to create at this moment, but if they have a budget for what they need to steal down below, then they might figure stuff out.
I mean, I'm gonna go back and play with my new blade.
Your custom Revenant blade.
I'm
Mhm.
I'm gonna go with Adnan in the eventuality he needs healing.
Enough? In the eventuality. Because we all know it's going to happen. That's hilarious.
I didn't
Are
like
we
that.
multi-classing in Blade Singing Wizard? Like, what's happening over here?
Need to actually
Uh,
open my character sheet.
Adnan's trying not to die down there.
he might kill himself. It's fine.
I was about to say, I think that might make that worse.
A double-bladed weapon on a quarterstaff. Just see
A lot
danger.
of naysayers with this new toy.
I see so many dangers.
I think that's probably why.
I mean, just you go in with like a helicopter, just.
What's a helicopter?
Oh, I'll show you what a helicopter is.
Oh, good lord.
Feist will be like, all right, show me what a helicopter is.
That's the wrong voice, Feist.
Oh, sorry. What's a helicopter? You can show me. Don't call my bluff. I am right here.
You are crazy. Um. Right. Well, in that case. You and you are going to Fashion's treasures. You're going to a bar. You're going to make sure this guy doesn't die. We'll put you two together because you're at the bar.
I mean, I can practice my blade in the bar. If it makes it easier,
Leaf will love that.
Yes.
Do you really want to attempt practicing your blade inside the bar?
I mean, should be a large dance studio somewhere around there.
There's one being built.
Sounds like there's room.
You're gonna go into a place that's currently under construction to play with your broken ass toy.
This is why I'm coming along.
Oh, I want to tag along just to watch this hilarity.
Oh, great!
You guys say that like it's a bad thing. I see no problem with it.
Entertainment is never a bad thing.
Exactly.
Interrupting workers who are actively trying to get things fixed with a jackass with the thing he's going to clearly drop and scratch up the hardwood floors. Probably a bad thing.
Springing hardwood floors, too. Those are a little more expensive to replace.
Adnan's got money coming out of his ass.
He's still wearing his king robe.
Probably.
Robe of friendship.
I forgot about that.
And the
Wait,
little
what
baby
is
it?
crown. The one that we found the first day I was with you guys.
Oh my god, I
Oh,
forgot.
The jewel encrusted robe.
Wait, it's called a robe of friendship? When did we know what it did?
Oh,
Oh,
that's what I named it.
oh, my bad. I'm so sorry.
Oh lordy.
It's that kind of a night.
Apparently
Without
so.
Adnan, your
Get
adventures
it out.
would be
It's been
kind of
it's been a while.
boring.
Agreed.
They'd be boring without Adnan. Well, in that case, let's. Feist, do you want to talk to Imbrick about your gauntlet idea? What do you want to do with that?
Yeah, we don't need to roleplay that out. That can be quick. Basically, what they want to go talk to Embrick about is it's because they're kind of the ideas, but they don't know about the smithing. So they want to go talk to Embrick about ideas for Adnan's desire to be more protected and the limitations of his strength and how to make something that would accommodate for that. Like how much metal that they would need to acquire, what the cost might look like, so they know they can't probably afford this right now, but if they're planning ahead, and then if Embrick had any ideas how to actually make this potentially a functional idea.
Okay. I feel like that would be a conversation that would have been had at the picnic area, because like you were right there.
Okay.
So you and I can text about that afterwards.
Cool.
So in that case, what team do you want to be on here, Feist?
Well, Feist doesn't know what shopping is when it comes to outfits. That sounds a little dangerous, but
They never said it was for outfits.
oh, okay, then they want to come too.
I just said that
Oh, good dear.
that there is something that Remy needs. That
She
Portia
asked
thinks she
Portia
knows
about, and
where
Portia thinks she can
it
find.
could be found,
Okay.
and so they're going shopping.
Feist wants to go help. Feist can be helpful. Maybe they know about things that they need. I'll go with them.
Okay. So, girls and the boys.
Excuse me, Feist is not a girl. Girls plus girls and lizard.
Leviathan is
boys.
totally a girl.
Oh, that's true.
I don't count Feist. Feist's just the pilot.
That's true. My bad.
All right, let's do this. I'm gonna do a private roll.
Uh-oh.
That's an interesting color. Why is that my color now? Add on high or low?
Low.
Such confidence.
In that case, Adnan, as you and Gerhardt and Tegan, wearing brown robes, are back in the area of Troll Skull, and we have definitely not no 417. It's probably next day. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. And the early morning stuff, the picnic, coming back down. Yeah, it seems about right. Speed that up a little bit. There. Leaf is going into the tavern itself. There's good smells coming out. There's already a little bit of a line. Not as bad as when you guys first arrived here. Just a little bit, only about 2 or so people standing outside as Leaf leaves you all to your own devices as he goes into the back servant area to get to work in the kitchen. Finish his bone soup and prep for dinner.
Yeah, so what are you trying to do with that thing?
Oh, so when we got back, I would pretty much make a beeline to the dance studio. And
how are you getting there?
with my feet.
Yeah, but how are you getting there?
What do you walk into the tavern and
So
go to the?
You're going to go through the tavern.
Yes.
Okay. You can get in, go through. Roll me a d20, please.
Damn it. One second here. It popped up 2 for some reason. I'm trying to undo that.
Yours are different too.
Yeah.
It's
That
like
kind of
all
is
the
an ugly.
dice are changed. It's weird. Okay. So you go through the tavern, through that hallway, through all the down the hallway that has all the rooms. Um, you go through a doorway where there is the second building that you guys had purchased that is still under construction for rooms that there's people actively working in, and then you go through that hallway to the another door, which is the third building that you had purchased. Which there is, across all of that, at some point you passed a couple signs that actively say under construction. So when you get to that last room, that last door that you open up to look inside, you're seeing walls that are down to studs and a floor that is half done. They don't have the entire subfloor laid yet.
Okay.
So they don't have the dancing floor installed, so you're not going to be damaging any dancing floor. But they've ripped out all of the old stuff, and they were told that a Luxodon was going to be a teacher in here, so they've done a lot of reinforcements. You can see that like there are more posts to support additional weight across the cross beams of the floor itself, as well as more cross beams, and then now they are putting down subflooring before building this up for a Luxodon to dance in.
Are there any tools laying around?
No.
Hmm.
This
Okay.
back room is not actively being worked on right now, though. So there's nobody else here. The only people that are doing things are in the second building that are putting framework and windows and whatnot up.
Good enough. I'm gonna set up shop, get a little
Okay.
stretches in, do some stretching before I start to get too crazy with the Revenant blade.
Mhm.
Once I'm good and limber, I'll twirl it around and jab it at things. You know, I'll do what you do with the Revenant blade.
All right. First, go ahead and give me a Constitution ability check. Okay. Okay. And so, like, how what do you mean by your twirl? Like, what do you mean by your twirling? What are you doing? What do we see? What are the other guys seeing you do as you have your fancy stick with pointy ends in both ends as you're flipping it and twirl? What are you doing? You throw it in the air, try to catch it. Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, all of that. You know, like I don't know what they call them, but the girl at at the football games that twirls the baton and throws it in the air and catches it and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna need you to give me a dexterity ability check.
About right.
Well, that's a lost thumb right there.
All right, so you after getting loose and limber, kind of practice trying to get a familiar feel with the weight, and you do some basic twistings in your arms. You're like, okay, I got this, and you spin it and throw it up. You're like, okay, all right, and then you take a step, and your right calf muscle just kind of locks up as you didn't really stretch all that good. As you stumble, this thing comes down, blade first, embedding itself into your right foot.
Okay.
You take 4 points of piercing damage.
I will. We'll pull that out.
Okay, yeah. Give me a strength ability check. The rest of you just watch as he twirls this thing up, stumbles, and just thing just thunk. And now he's it's not coming out of that subfloor. This dagger
Well.
has pierced through his foot and into the floor below, and he cannot get it out.
I'm gonna kind of lean over to Tegan and then say, I suppose I could heal him, but would he learn?
Absolutely not. Let it go. Let it go.
No honor among thieves here.
I will go and attempt to assist Adnan removing it. From his foot.
Oh, you're gonna try to rip it out?
Yes.
Are you ripping it out? Or are you helping him rip it out?
I was gonna help him,
Okay.
but now I kind of want to do it myself. No, I'll help him.
All right, then Adnan, strength ability check with advantage.
I feel like that kind of help requires consent and negotiation first, Chris.
This time you.
All right, Garrett, right there.
As it hurts for another 4 points of damage there. That entire thing took almost 20 points damage to you.
Yep.
Wait.
You know it's very effective. It's very effective.
Yeah, it is.
It works.
I got a thing. I will. Give myself a little healing word, and we go back at it again.
Yeah. Let's
Yes, go back at it again.
This is how Adnan dies.
Can't die. That's why you went with, and the dildo's on the mantle, remember?
Maybe.
and I'm going to roll me a d20.
The Thomas rule is in effect.
A 9. Okay. Right. So, as you did you target yourself whenever you did the healing word? I don't think you did.
Probably not.
That's all right. I'll just do the 8 real quick. No big deal. As you cast your word of healing, and you're like, really trying to get your body to, heal that the injury there. It's not quite healing as quickly as you would have hoped.
I'll take a closer look at the dagger that went in my foot. Is there something magical about it?
No, it's not magical. It is the shoddy one that wasn't quite as nice as the other one that had the bit of potch marks in it. Who knows what chemicals were still embedded in those potch marks? It's got your blood on it. I had to point into the dagger, but your foot just Man, you're gonna need new shoes, new sock. But your foot just doesn't. It's not feeling right. I mean, you should go ahead and roll me a d4, please. Three. Okay. Okay. Your foot's starting to burn.
I
Not
will.
like it's on fire, but like it's not comfortable.
I will try this. I will cast Lesser Restoration on me.
Ooh.
Heard lesser restoration is good for tetanus.
You cast your lesser restoration and you don't feel any better. Still got the slight burning sensation where the wound is still slowly bleeding.
Bearheart, why is it doing this?
I have no idea. I mean, you stabbed yourself in the foot. It's going to hurt.
So do I need to see a real doctor?
Well, we do have a rule where I come from. That is, if you hurt yourself doing something stupid, we don't take you to the doctor.
Gotcha. I'm gonna go seek out a doctor. I'm gonna go ask. I'm gonna ask Leaf where the closest doctor is.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and, as he's, I'm assuming, limping past me. Let's see here. Oh no, on second thought, no, I won't. I didn't load that spell. Carry on.
I
Okay.
will, as he limps past me,
Uh-huh.
smack him square in the ass and say, "Good game, Tiger."
I didn't know Tegan could give bardic inspiration.
Skill
sets.
sets. Ha! All right. Well, as Adnan limps past, and a footprint of blood as he's limping past, going through the building that is actively under construction. So now there's like piles of sawdust with blood on it as he's limping past. Getting into the building that is done, that has the rooms in it, still leaving a trail for Epoch to follow. Making that left just before going into the dining room, because Leaf's in the kitchen. The door's open. You can go into the kitchen if you would like.
Yeah, and I'll yell for Leaf.
He turns and looks at you. Yes?
Yeah, Leaf, I fucked up. I stuck the dagger in my foot, and it hurts really bad, and I cast my healing word, and that didn't work, and then I tried lesser restoration, didn't work. I think I need a doctor.
What is... Okay. Can't you just heal yourself?
I did that. Watch. And I will cast Healing Word again.
Okay. So you cast, and it's closing. It is healing. Like, it is working. It's just taking longer than you hurt yourself more than you really thought you did. Like, it's working. It's closing. You just got a little bit more to go there.
We gotta you're telling me I gotta up the amperage on this one. So let's put some volts into it.
Okay. All right. I forgot I never turned that on in this fucking world. I'm doing that right now. We're probably gonna all relive it because I'm not hitting this button every goddamn time. Settings, player. Oh, maybe we won't have to. Out of curiosity. Go ahead and cast that spell on yourself again without considering the spell slot.
Okay.
I just want to make sure I don't have to hit apply every time anymore. If that setting that I changed really was it. Yeah.
It's the same damn roll.
Perfect. That's all I wanted. It's actually doing, there's so many games where I was like, fuck, you're going too fast. I didn't hit the button. Yeah, I fixed that. Fuck that button. So you're no longer actively bleeding. You do still have this slight irritation or burning sensation in your foot, to the point that you know that this deep wound will take years to heal, and your hit point maximum has been lowered. Brought to you by Roll and Play.
Jess just gets you the nicest gifts.
That is a nice gift. I have that too.
Yep, you have a slight limp, and it's probably going to be there for a while.
Awesome. I will go I'll go sit in the tavern and read the book that Tegan gave me.
Okay. Gerhardt, Tegan, anything you two would like to do?
I'm gonna wander back to my tower.
Okay.
I guess I'll probably settle in and have a drink then.
Fair enough.
I might
Easy
chuckle
enough.
at the limp a little bit.
I mean, maybe it won't take years, but you definitely have a little bit of limp. Who knows? Maybe somebody somewhere has something to fix that.
I thought I did. I don't.
All right. Well, Tegan, anything special you would like to do at your tower?
I'm going to look for some books on healing deep wounds,
Okay.
physical and emotional.
Okay. In that case, team shopping. Where are you going?
And treasures. Gonna go see
Fashion
Jasmine.
treasures to go
Yep.
see Jasmine and Jason.
Yeah. I love
where are
my
we going?
Jasmine.
We'll explain softly what she's looking for and why to the two.
I mean, I could have made you some of that. I have metal shavings up in my room like all the time.
It's different.
Oh, okay. So it's not meant to cause like irreparable lung damage.
No.
Oh. I'm still confused. But why are we going to a fashion place for this?
That's a good question.
What's that?
You're listening so carefully. That's what I mean about my sarcasm slipping out.
So we're going to a fashion store?
Yes.
Why? Do they sell
Because
glitter?
Portia knows everybody.
I don't think she sells glitter, but Jasmine would know where we could get it.
You know this person?
She's made all my dresses. She's fabulous.
Oh.
I haven't seen her in a while. It's time to go see her. Maybe I could look at new dresses.
Looks at Feist and says softly, see, Portia knows everybody. That's why she's kind of in charge and just does everything that she wants and we all just follow her.
Should I put a dress on Leviathan? I think
Yes.
Leviathan would look very pretty with a dress.
That would be beautiful.
Yeah.
I've never had an actual dress.
Me neither.
I'm sorry, what?
I've never had an actual dress?
I just kind of stop and I look at Henry and I look at Remy and I look at Henry and I'm like,
yes? Is this a problem?
I mean, Portia, 2 out of 3 of us in this situation haven't had dresses before. You're the
well,
odd out.
it makes sense that you have never worn a dress, Feist. It doesn't make sense that Remy has you've never gone to any
Why does it make
dances.
sense that I haven't worn a dress?
I haven't worn a dress either.
Well, I mean,
do you want a dress, Henry?
I don't know what a dress is.
I think you would probably try to eat it, especially when you go big lion again. And I just kind of pat him. I imagine he's on my shoulder.
I forgot Henry's small now.
He's a small kid. He's a small.
He's Echo size. I forgot.
He's no longer scary. It's fine.
Did he talk so we can hear them, or is this
Yes.
still
That was out loud.
Portia?
Oh, this was out loud?
Yeah.
Oh,
The lion
I don't think they've
talks?
ever heard them talk before.
well, this is new.
The lion kitten speaks.
Well, yeah, so does the tear. And I kind of pat the sword and I start walking again, mumbling to myself about how they've never worn dresses before.
Yeah, I kind of catch up with Portia and be like, well, obviously I was wearing hand-me-downs. We didn't have new things like ever.
My favorite outfit is probably my armor, but every once in a while you gotta go put on a dress and go dance or go to the opera.
What's opera?
I just keep walking.
What's opera?
Singing? I think.
I'll just let
Keep up with Portia.
I'll just let Jasmine handle you. I can't answer that question right now.
Are dresses like a normal thing here for people that are wealthy, I guess? You're wealthy, that's what it is.
I am not wealthy, thank you very much.
Yes you are.
No, I'm not.
I'm not wealthy.
I point to her prettiness. I'm like...
I'm wearing my bouncer clothes right now, so like I'm not in a dress.
Whatever, you've got your fancy sword and your fancy cat.
What is this?
But Nick,
Remy?
you have a tavern. You have like things.
I've never had things before the tavern, except for dress here and there and my armor. The bouncer clothes are thrift store shop, although I have some amazing dresses from Jasmine that she actually gave us for free, thanks to Kaylin, but that's a different story. Plus, Tyr, we found in the dungeon, and so did we find Henry, so I didn't technically buy anything.
But you're You know the tavern. It's your tavern.
Oh, yeah, the tavern's mine.
So you're wealthy.
No. Have you ever seen me spend any money?
Well,
The
Courtney,
tavern's
you
not.
spend money.
I didn't buy the tavern. I was part of the group when the tavern was given to the group, and I just kind of said, "Hey, this is mine."
Well, it seems more yours than everything else is in. Don't businesses usually make money?
We haven't been open very long.
So you have things. You have
I'm
a
not.
place to
Do you not have things,
belong.
Remy? You have a place now.
I just have what fits in my backpack.
Well, you
I
can start
understand
gathering
that.
more stuff and put it in your room if you like. Like the purple sawdust, the metal sawdust we're gonna get you. You can put that in your room.
Do I
I
have it?
stop in the middle of the street and I just kind of look at Remy. Let me make something very clear. Yes, the tavern is mine. I've never had anything that was mine before. And I continue walking.
Until I picked up some random stuff down in a dungeon thing that was, probably cursed as I look at the dagger I picked up down there. I'm sure it's fine.
All the
Remy
best
and
daggers
Feist, go ahead and
talk
give
to
me
you.
perception checks, please.
Yay!
Not
First
me?
Waterdeep roll.
Not you.
Perception.
You don't get to
job,
have a
Feist.
perception check.
Jeez!
Yeah. What
Fucking
now?
eagle eyes over here between Remy and
Oh,
Feist.
Sheepers.
We see all.
Apparently
Can't
so.
hide
I
nothing from
forgot
y'all.
Remy was fucking broken vision. God damn it, this character.
Especially with her straw hat now. Ain't no sun stopping her.
So something that you would note is that as Portia is leading you all um, uh, through the streets, if you will, she takes you to the central west end of Waterdeep, and these buildings that you're walking past are rich. They are multiple story. They're pristine. The the grounds work is perfect.
Undercommon to Feist. See, Portia knows wealthy people.
The the cobblestone is swept. Like this is the rich side of town that you're in. Not like the North Ward where Troll Skull is, where if it wasn't for the fact that Leaf would kill anybody within a mile of the tavern, that area is relatively clean. Outside of that is not within the North Ward. Like there's trash and gunk and stuff everywhere. Here in this particular section, which is the Castle Ward, because it's close, it is right next to where the castle itself is. So this is the higher uppity dudes, the nobles, or really, really wealthy individuals. And Portia just walking right on through, not gawking anything. Like she's been here a couple times before. The two of you would also note that there's people walking the street. You guys are being gawked at as if you don't belong. And there is an active patrol about 40 feet behind you of two guards just keeping the distance and following.
I was gonna
Well,
ask,
then.
what is the population breakdown? Like, are there any kobolds, deep? I'm assuming probably not deep gnomes, but any, like, I would say,
Not in this ward.
okay.
Well, then I use my fancy dancy psychic whispers. and just kind of whisper to both of them, "Oh, we're being followed." I'm telepathically in your heads now. Sorry.
Let's see.
In my head, another voice in my head. Really? Where'd
Yeah,
this one
Norma.
come from?
It's Remy. We're being followed.
Oh, that's normal. Just ignore them.
Why do they follow you in this ward? Are they trying to rob us?
No, because it's so close to the castle, and we don't fit. So it's fine.
Why don't we fit?
We don't fit their standards of what fitting should look like. Just
I
ignore the
don't-
guards.
I don't fit in this town at all, Feist. There's no one else like me here.
Nobody's gonna say anything. They're gonna keep 20 to 40 feet away, gawk at you. Their scars gonna follow, but we'll be fine once we get to Jasmine's. It's fine.
Okay. As long as they're not going to try and rob us.
No,
wear
we're
Leviathan
not.
up the mountain?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
You are wearing Leviathan right now.
Like you would leave that behind.
I was about to say,
You-
like Feist would leave, but they weren't going up the mountain for combat. Like,
It's still Mount Waterdeep. You went there one time, fell through a hole, never went back to pick up your diamond, and had to fight spiders.
I knew Feist was smart.
So Vice was like, "Fuck that! There's spiders up in that bitch. I am not going without Leviathan."
Smart. Okay, I feel better. I was like, are they in
Hashtag
there
you
like?
needed your emotional blanket, and you brought
Okay.
it.
Okay, I've got my emotional support
Yes.
armor. Perfect. Okay.
Yes. Yep.
I feel better wandering around in this district now. Okay, cool.
You probably look like you fit the most out of all of us. You've at least got shiny stuff on.
Just act like you belong and follow me. We're going straight to Fashion Treasures. We're not going to the ward. We're not going to the castle. They'll chill out once they realize where we're going.
But I don't belong.
None of us technically belong. That's okay. That's why you act like you do. Come on.
Ramir,
I
you
know
still
why
are
they
still
don't
wearing
like
your big hat.
Exactly.
It's because we're short. They don't like short people. I'm just following behind.
Oh,
They don't like short people.
Yep.
it
Okay,
has
I
to be
can't.
that.
I
This is
can't
what tall
believe.
people did.
They're
Oh my
hidest.
goodness! I can't believe I'm going to say this because I swore I would never say this. So, you just straighten your shoulders back, hold your head up, kind of like your nose is in the air a little bit, like you belong, and a little and just keep going. I can't believe Kaylin's words ever came out of my mouth. But you just gotta act like you belong.
Well, they're
Just
not
straighten
coming out of your mouth.
the shoulders go back, and
They're not coming out of your
puff the
mouth. You're
chest out a
saying them
little
in your
bit, and
head.
hold your head up high, and just go.
Portia would respond back mentally. She would say this out loud.
Oh, she's saying it out loud. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Feist is gonna tip their little dragon nose up in the air.
I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I could be, but I feel like if Portia ever has to actually respond in their head, they have to stop what they're doing and actively try to do that. They could not multitask that ability.
No,
to know.
because
Good
if
to know.
I'm talking
It's
to the
too
voices
new.
in my head, like if Henry or Tyr are talking to me, I've stopped.
Okay. Well, you've got Feist and I in your head for the next 7 hours too.
7 hours.
Yeah, that's what the dice roll was for.
Wait.
Remember?
7
hours in what capacity are you in my head for 7 hours?
This is so
God.
nifty. How
I
many people can you
Psychic
do this
whispers.
to?
Oh my
I could do
God.
it up to 4 people. That I
We
can
have
see.
rings for this. Oh
I
no!
don't have a ring.
Why did you not
We
ask me
talked to Avery and
first?
Emmerich
I don't
about-
want you in my head. What all can you see in there?
Uh-oh.
I can just talk to you.
Okay, cool. And I turn back around and keep walking.
Uh-oh. I
I'm
realized we
confused.
don't have a ring for Remy.
A ring? What? I
The
don't
rest
need
of
a
us
ring.
can communicate with a ring. Oh no.
I don't have a ring.
Technically, Tegan doesn't have one either.
Why
That's
doesn't
what-
Tegan have a ring?
Tegan has a ring.
I thought
Brown.
he didn't.
No.
Brown
Didn't-
Tegan?
He didn't do the. He
The
didn't.
ring.
No,
Pledge
that's
to-
the
That's different.
He has
The
got
the
ring
one.
rings were a gift from Avi and Embrick. That actually might be more important than glitter. I get it. We gotta go talk to Avi and Embrick about that.
Don't you dare walk away from me. You just keep acting like you belong and follow me to Fashion Treasures. You can talk to them later. Do
Okay,
not
this
leave
sounds
me
more-
in this.
More threatening than I think you meant it to be, but
Very
okay.
threatening. Okay.
Oh lordy.
Do not
Okay.
wander off by yourself.
As you all are, not all, but as you 3, 4, 5 of you, who knows how many there are at this point.
Depends on how many's in my head.
Right, exactly. Apparently almost everybody. As you're going through Castle Ward, you pass a couple of temples. There's the Temple of Seldarine. Um, do, 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 and you have to come off of Waterdeep Way onto Warriors Way, which is a bloop and a bloop. Not that you guys have this map because this map is not installed anymore. I don't know why. As you're going up Warriors Way, which is a north and south road, as you've made the turn heading up, at the end of that street, it ends in a cul-de-sac circled, like it's a dead end, but it's a big circle. When you get there, like every other building on this road, the garden is immaculate and different and kind of awesome because the hedges are all cut differently. Most of them are either well-endowed women in provocative positions, or you get the occasional centaur, a minotaur, regular humanoids that are just not as defined. Otherwise, the flowers are pretty, and everything is like cut and perfect. At the end of at the very end of that rounded, it might as well be at the very end of that rounded cul-de-sac section. The sidewalk that goes up to this building, you swear is marble or marbled concrete in some way, shape, or form. This house building, where the fuck Porsche has taken you, is a large 4-story whitewashed building whose windows are about 12 feet tall, and the front of them has about 6 of them, 3 on either side. Before then, there's the next layer, and the next layer, and the next layer. This is a very tall building. The front of this building has a large, half-circled, roofed porch area, which is supported by white columns that are maybe about a foot or so across, supporting this thing up. So it's huge, and you're like, man, this is very kind of pristine, and then you look a little bit closer. The curtains on the windows that you can see that behind are a darker black color. And the door is like a real dark purple, and it's a double set of doors. It's a double set of arched doors. So both doors come up and meet as an arch. And outside there is a cherry wood sign that has in some kind of a bright pink coloration, whether that's paint or some other structure that they did, because this place, who knows? But it literally says "Fashioned Treasures."
Interesting topiaries.
I don't think I've ever been anywhere anything
I
like
just
this.
go right on up and towards the door,
Yep.
like I have a couple different times before.
You go up, and on that outer porch area, as you are looking at the large doors, to your right, along that inner inside that porch area, which is about 20 feet across and only about 10 feet deep, Again, it's a half circle. To your right, there is a water basin that is regular water, or at least nothing seemingly in it. Another water basin that clearly has flowers in it. And then there are multiple towels, as well as a basket where there are some towels that have been used and thrown in the basket. To the left, there are shelves where clearly people have put their shoes and have picked up what looks like slippers, as there are some shelves that have shoes in them, and whereas other shelves have slippers.
Well, so you would have seen me go and grab a pair of slippers, go over to the basins, wash my feet, put on the slippers, put the shoes back on the thing, and go through the door.
Are we supposed to do that too?
Yes.
I don't
What?
think do the boots come off on Leviathan? I think this is one piece.
Not yet.
Before I turn the door, what? You're gonna have to come
I'm
out
not
of the
leaving Leviathan out here.
It's better than leaving him outside the tavern.
You're screeching so high, Chris has cut you off.
Okay, so then you can wait here. Remy, are you coming in with me or not?
I try to figure out what I'm supposed to do with this water stuff and just put on slippers.
Before you put the slippers on, I stop you and I'm like, no, you gotta wash your feet.
But they're inside my shoes. They're not dirty.
Ah! I'm gonna look for giant, like half-orc size shoes, and I'm just gonna slip on the slippers on top of the armored feet.
Portia just starts to kind of rub her brow. Okay, fine.
Okay.
I'll
wash my
feet. My bill. As soon as they're ready, I open the door.
Right.
So confused.
You open the door and head in. And what you have seen multiple times, but the other two have not, is that when you walk in, you walk into a rounded room that in the center of that room there is a half-rounded desk. So it's just like about a U shape, but not as long as you. It's just a half-rounded desk. On that desk there are multiple packages that seem to be stacked up currently. There is a bolt of fabric on the other end. You can see that that writing and like the little bit of space that's left with a quill that the feather itself is multicolored, starting from blue, going into yellow, and going into red. Writing on something is an individual that looks to be as well dressed as Leaf usually is. The room that you're in is rounded, and it is full of there is dark wood almost everywhere, and as you coming through, and you can look up because this opening continues through all 4 floors, and you can see as you are looking up that each level there are doors that who knows where they go. You can see that where you walked in from, so behind you to your left and right, are staircases, again, of really dark, well lacquered wood that go up at least to the next level. You're not sure how you get anywhere else, but at least for the next level, it's 2 stairways that come up and around. You are walking on a dark black with some white cracks marble, and the floors are being held up by these beautiful wooden pillars. And as you are walking, one of you is clicking, even with slippers on. And that individual stops writing and looks up. And Marsha?
This is Jason.
This is Jason.
Hello, Jason.
Is the loud one with you?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I tried to get them to leave it outside.
He sets the feather down and stands up. And what you guys would see as he's standing and coming from around the table there is a human man with short brown hair that is shaved on the sides and looks kind of like a bedhead kind of style, but maybe that's the style of the day. Both of his ears are pierced that have these um, black stones in them that are maybe about the size of like a pea. They're not too big, but they are glossy. They're not a matte. They're some kind of glossy black stone. No, I have all cameras in chat box.
No, we lost you though.
Can you still hear us? Okay.
Yeah,
We can't
well,
see
he's in
you.
Discord.
Dan, you're gone.
Okay, I'll try reloading. I can hear you guys. I just can't.
When he comes over, there you are. When he comes over, he's wearing a white buttoned up shirt that is a short sleeve, but still has buttons from the bottom all the way up. He's got this dark purple bow tie on, and he's got black slacks that go down, and he's wearing black slippers. So he doesn't make a sound as he comes around. I mean, he's a fairly fit individual and carries himself well. And he
How
just
are
goes,
you?
he goes straight to you, Portia, with arms open.
Oh yeah, I give him a hug. How are you, my friend?
I'm well. Are we designing another dress for you?
Ooh, possibly soon the last one. I got to finally wear last night, and it fit like a glove.
Was
Great
that
work.
the one with the chainmail in it?
It was the one with the chainmail in it.
Battle dresses.
I know, but it
Had
fit
fun
amazing.
designing that.
I bet she did. I had a lot of fun wearing it. So, do give her my compliments. So I did have a question. I came all this way for a question, plus to see you, of course. We're looking. Well, my friend Remy here is looking for.
So you
What is it
are
that
going
you're
to introduce us.
Yeah, I'm getting there. Give me. You know me better than that. This is Remy.
Take time. That's fine.
You know my brain goes 50 bazillion ways. Is Jasmine in though too?
Of course she's in. We're open. She's here.
Okay, I do want to see her here in a minute. But before I forget, Alas, this is Remy, and this is Feist. Feist and Remy, this is Jason. Oh, and Jason, this is Henry, the cat. I point to the cat on my shoulder.
Hello, Henry, Feist, and Remy. Welcome to Fashion to Treasures.
So, we do have to. Remy needs to ask you a question, and then I need prices on to have an issue rectified. Nothing that you guys have done. I will explain in just a minute. Give me just a second.
Rectified, like
yes.
We're okay.
No, it's nothing bad. Just wait. Okay.
Oh, all right. I am waiting.
Okay. And kind of like I'm just standing there, and like that just side arm around waist kind of hug like deal as I'm talking, and I kind of point to Remy.
I was looking for a purple glitter. Portia said you would have it or know where to find it.
I mean, yes. Do you need it by the barrel or the crate?
Just a little bit, and then I will kind of explain what I want it for. I don't know if I've ever explained this to you before, Mr. GM, but I will explain it. again, why I would what I need a little bit for.
It's
I
genius.
remember that you wanted it. I don't recall if you ever told me
Okay.
like the full details.
Okay.
Maybe you did. Searching in our chat doesn't bring anything up, but sometimes it doesn't work all the time. So
Yeah, it doesn't always work.
resend it to me. I mean, all right, we can accommodate that. We make dresses and, well, not just dresses, but pants and shirts and beddings and towels and, well, and then there's the battle armor, the dress armor. That's kind of popular, little layer in between the fabrics. So, of course.
So, and then the second thing I found out on my way over here, so I guess it's not really just all the way here to ask a question and see you, but on the way here, I have found out that Remy has never worn a dress and neither has Feist.
I've never had
And apparently,
He looks absolutely flabbergasted.
we might need to pull Jasmine in on this one. And Henry here said he hasn't either. Do you want to dress, Henry? As I talk to the cat on my shoulder. Do you do dresses for cats? A battle dress for the cat, maybe? We'll talk about it later.
Oh my god, matching battle dress for the cat. Oh my god, that's not Feist talking, it's me talking, but oh my god.
We've made pieces for pets before, yes, so that's definitely something we could do.
He's not a pet, he's actually a lion that is currently in the form of a house cat.
You know, you haven't been here in 7 months, and you come with this nonchalance, I have a lion who's now a house cat nonsense, and what, expect to not have to tell the story? Because that's wrong.
Well, I wasn't. You know,
a very long time, Portia. You should visit friends more often than that.
I agree. You know what?
Okay.
Hang on.
You know what?
No,
Can I
we
defend
need a
myself
room.
here?
No, we need a
Have
room
you?
now.
But
No,
you have not come
no.
to the tavern for dinner either.
Actually, I heard Leap was back. I have.
He is back. When did you come back? You haven't been back since I've been back.
We've been
Apparently
back a day.
not.
I've been back a day, and I came to see you.
Oh, you make it sound like you made a special trip. It's been 7 months, and I'm just now back, and I came to see you, Jason.
Oh, come on. You know you love me. There was a little bit about, saving the world again, or the city again, and then we ended up going down this hole, and
wait, you saved
there was
the
some
city?
training.
Just a little bit.
I mean, who hasn't?
I'm so confused.
Who hasn't saved the city? Like, that's just
Jason,
a daily occurrence.
My friend, my deepest apologies. Would you like dinner on me at the tavern tonight? Leaf's cooking bone soup.
Feist is a little astonished that Portia actually apologized.
You'll never see it with anybody else. I'm telling you that right now.
Their eyes are wide open.
Why don't I get you 4, counts Henry, of course, into a dressing room, and I'll see what Jasmine's schedule looks like, and if she can come down with some things that are fun for your friends to try on, because you cannot just walk into this establishment, mention that you've never worn a dress, and not at least try one on.
Here? Can I come with you to go see Jasmine? Or is she coming down?
She's got a busy day. I don't want to interfere unless she's got time, and if she hears her name, maybe she'll make time. So, give me just a moment. And he walks back around his desk area, and he's pulls open a bound book, and the book doesn't quite fit, so he's like moving the bolt of fabric off and like under the desk so that he can open up the book and flip through, and he goes, oh, well, this ought to be fun. All right. Closes the book, and he goes, follow me if you please. And he begins walking around and past you, going up the left side of the as you're looking at the doors out the left staircase. He's going up that staircase.
Softly to Portia. I haven't never had a dress and it's been almost 5 decades. I'm fine. I don't need a dress. It'll be fine.
So as we're walking, I completely ignore Remy and start launching into the story about how I got Henry, which shouldn't surprise Jason really, because I did come to him the night I grew 10 inches tall. He was one of the first people to see because he helped me. So I start launching into the story about Henry. I completely ignore Remy as I'm following Jason.
Nobody loves me.
As you get up to that first floor, he immediately turns to a red door on the right. He pulls out a key, unlocks it, opens the door, and you guys can see a still well made, but not as grandiose, not as for the presentation set of stairs. And he goes, just follow those up, please. I have to lock the door behind us.
I start going up the stairs. Have I been up here before?
No.
Okay.
You have not.
So I just follow the stairs up.
Do the rest of you follow her up?
Oh, I'm too scared not to do what I'm told.
Yeah.
I got away with wearing my armor indoors. I'm not pushing anything else.
All right.
Obviously, Portia is a very important person here, so she's
The thing is,
obviously fancy
Portia,
and healthy.
they've never seen before, and they're terrified.
That's awesome.
So
He
wait.
closes the
Aside
door.
from Portia, we've never seen Bossy gets her way and
Like,
oh, I was gonna
What do you mean?
This is totally what
I was gonna say the apologetic, really
that
friendly
part scared Feist
part.
a little, yeah.
Wow. He closes the door and locks it. And as you guys are going up this smaller spiral staircase, about every third turn, so like you go up 1, 2, 3, every third turn there is a lantern that gives off white light that lights this place up. And he goes, just skip the, just go to all the way to the top, please. And he locks and softly walking up behind you guys.
I follow his instructions and keep going.
When you get to that first or that second floor, that door is green, which you then pass. And then you get to the third door. Which is blue, and then the last door is a dark purple. And there's a small landing, and he goes, "Oh, excuse me, pardon me," kind of squeezes past. And you guys aren't, luckily you're all of the shorter variety, and he's a thin individual, so it's easy for him to scooch past, pull out some keys, unlock the door, and let you all in. First thing is that up here on this level, it's a little bit warmer than whenever you first walked in the building itself. It's not unbearable yet, but it is a little warmer. And Rennie, actually no, let's have all three of you. Give me perception checks.
Oh darn! I rolled a 4.
You got a 16 out of a 4?
I have a plus 12.
Look at this.
Expertise.
Portia's over here like, I'm not missing shit this time.
I'm so confused.
Easy enough. All three of you would. It's kind of kind of a feeling and a smell. First, a feeling. It feels kind of wet on this floor. Like well, for Feist, it's like staring at the boiling pot of bone soup and the steam coming off and hitting your face. It's kind of like that kind of a wetness. Remy would be familiar with Underdark wetness. It's not exactly probably pleasant for you right now. Portia, this would be like bathhouse wetness. It's got a bit of a little bit of a wet feel to it, and there is a smell of spruce in here, almost like a little evergreeny. And on this floor that you're on, again, that the dark wood the dark wood follows up here, and you're looking at a hallway that has only 4 doors up here. On the 4th floor with only 4 doors, and this building was super tall and big, so it's kind of strange. It's 2 on your left and 2 on your right as you're coming up. Jason leads you to the second one on your right. And as you're walking past these doors, you can see that on the other 3, there are signs that say occupied. This one does not. He opens the door, and immediately you guys know why it feels wet up here. This is the bathhouse.
Is this the bathhouse portion?
Yep. Inside this room, along the left-hand wall, there are places where people can wash themselves, and then on the back there is a big pool of water, and then to the right are just areas to sit in. There's different chairs and couches and whatnots there. And Jason goes, well, this was the only room we had open today, so welcome to the bathroom.
Whoa.
How do you get a hot
I
spring
thought we were
on
just trying
top?
on, Jason.
You still need a room.
Oh, that's true. Thank you.
Feel free. I will go see if what James Mean has on her docket today.
Oh, I totally put Henry down and go ready myself and get in that bath. Just
Whoa.
immediately. I've not had a Fashion Treasures bath in a long time. I'm totally going for it.
He's very
Absolutely.
confused by everything, but yes, bath time sounds lovely.
I didn't know we were signing on for baths today, Portia.
Neither did I.
Great.
It's the dice that I rolled. That's just how it worked out. Sorry. In here, as you or because the cat's like gonna go nowhere near the water, just sit on one of the couches and curl its tail around and flicker a little bit, very disapprovingly of what's going on. Looking around this room, on that, now that you're in the bath, it would be the wall to your left, where the sitting area is. There are 2 doors on that wall. You can explore or not explore. Do what you want to do while Jason is rolling some dice.
Yeah. I'll approach the edge of the bathtub and, Portia, is it okay if I join you?
I'm not gonna say no.
Okay, then I just thought I'd ask because I never mind.
It's a bathhouse. You take a bath in a bathhouse.
Never had a bathhouse or really had clean water to bathe in that wasn't already bathed in by others.
Well, this has been bathed in by others.
It's clean. I guarantee you that.
get in the water then and bathe myself.
On the back wall, so if the two-door walls to your left, behind you in that back wall while you're in the bathing pool, I guess, there are all kinds of soaps and shampoos and clean washcloths and other things that are available for you.
So up here
There's strangely this this golden box that keeps just flashing in red 104. And there are 2 buttons in front of it, one that's red and one that's blue.
So you don't use rocks and ash to bathe here?
I just kind of look at Remy because I randomly grabbed one of the scents in a washcloth. Like I'm totally I love this place. And I just kind of look at her.
What?
And I hand her the soap.
What?
I don't say a word.
What is?
What is soap? Baby,
Real
don't clean
soap?
me. Don't clean me no more.
Like, you have this is better smelling soap than any soap I've ever used.
Don't eat it. I made that mistake the first time when I
Okay.
went to a bathhouse. It doesn't taste good.
I was gonna say, you didn't eat my soap at home, did you?
I tried it.
Don't eat. That's why I had bite marks in my soap spice. I was blaming Millie for that for 2 weeks. Do you know how expensive that one was?
This is why I haven't had expensive soaps.
Poor Millie.
She kept telling me she didn't eat it, and I just didn't believe her.
Well,
I didn't realize you were gonna eat my soap.
I didn't. It didn't taste good.
Because it's soap.
I found that out later.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Stay out of my room.
What did you do with Leviathan?
Always in your room.
You are always in my room.
What did you do with Leviathan?
I would leave Leviathan in like the dry, like a part where I felt it would stay the driest.
Okay.
I figured it wouldn't get damaged in the humidity for the amount of time that we're in here, so I'm leaving it off in the corner while I bathe. And I feel like after they're clean, they're gonna do that thing that alligators do, where they're like floating, but their bodies are kind of. I'll find a thing and put it in the chat, but I feel
just
like
that. Just the eyeballs.
It's just the eyeballs.
Like the frogs.
No, don't you say that. Yeah, let me find that.
There was one that showed up in that chat the other day.
Ugh.
Okay.
Oh, frog behemoths. I should have one appear right now. Never mind.
No.
Please no. I don't really want to get eaten again.
This is Feist right now.
Oh my god.
Enjoy it. Our tub at home is not this big or nice. Maybe I should talk to them about updating our bathroom or our cleaning room.
Why don't we have a bathhouse? I feel like
we have a tub at home.
No, like a bathhouse. Why do we have a dance hall and not a bathhouse? There's not one close to us.
That's a valid question.
Didn't realize that we were getting a dance hall till the other day.
Maybe that might be something we could expand out into later. I feel like a bath would be nice, and then we'd have nice smelling customers.
Yes.
You're talking about a public bathhouse? I was talking about just upgrading our current tub room.
Well, that would be good too.
Have you used our tub room?
Yeah. That's where I bit your soap, remember?
I didn't leave the soap in the bathroom. I took it into my room because we all share that bathroom.
Why was Tegan using your soap?
I'm sorry, what? That is my good soap. It's first you bite it, and then Tegan. Now I can't use that soap no more. Why is Tegan using my lilac soap?
I don't remember ever using your lilac soap.
You're not even here, but Feist is saying that you used my good fancy soap, and in my head, that's a fancy lilac soap. Thank you very much.
The lion tin can with feet.
You just wanted his beard to smell like something out of an
Lilacs.
ass.
Gotta get that bourbon and bacon out of there somehow.
No, you
No.
never get the bourbon bacon out. What are you
My
talking
bad.
about?
My bad. My
Bourbon,
bad.
bacon, and
Feist, how
lilac.
dare you?
I'm sorry. Vice doesn't have body hair. They don't know.
So you're telling me, Feist, that I need to hide my soap?
Maybe we should just buy more soap. They seem
Maybe
to
I
have
should
lots
just
of
start
soap here.
locking my doors, since apparently Tegan's getting my soap and you're eating it.
You do
wouldn't
know
lock
that
your
locking
door. How
doors
could I
doesn't
sleep with
do
you?
anything. Locking
just
doors
told
doesn't
you.
do much.
Don't you now have a new bed buddy in Remy? Why do you need to come in my room anymore?
You don't want to sleep with me?
As the three of you having this
God.
conversation,
Your
one of the
eyes
two
go
doors
this
left-hand
big.
side open, and a shorter elven woman with short green hair is pushing a white cart out from this door, and she just pushes it over to the dry area, and she starts setting things down on tables, and then she looks over to you all and goes, "Do any of you require laundry service?"
Thank you.
All I heard was "thank you."
I said no, thank you.
All right.
No, I'm good, thank you.
Sure. Well, there's a fruit and fruit juice over here, a bit of cheese, some meat and bread if you would like. And I'll be right back with some towels and robes. Would you like some robes?
Since we're trying stuff on, we will like a robe. Yes, please.
All right.
Robes.
No problem. And she takes her cart, goes back into that room, and she comes out, and then just within arm's reach of the bath itself, she sets a towel and then a folded robe down on top of them.
Is
she
this
goes,
elf within arm reach or short people arm reach?
yes, and sets everything down. She's not very tall herself. She's only 4'8".
Okay.
She's, short for an elf.
Giant.
Exactly.
Twice my height.
She's so
I mean,
tall.
I think Portia's 4 something, so like
4 foot.
Yeah,
Portia's
so not much
also a
taller than
giant.
Portia.
Portia is a
Portia's
giant.
for a halfling. Yeah.
For
She's a
half of him.
giant. She's a whole foot taller than me when I'm wearing my heeled boots.
But they are white towels and white robes. And then she goes back through that door.
I'm just saying that maybe you shouldn't keep just barging into my room whenever you like. Isn't Remy sharing a room with you now?
I knocked first.
Not always, no.
You just don't hear me.
I don't know. I just followed Feist.
So you knock,
night?
and then whether I answer or not, you just open the door. What was that?
I just followed Feist around. It's fine. Feist, I think people like to wait to be told that it's okay to come in case they're, I don't know, self-conscious about something.
Oh. I didn't know that.
I just don't want you eating my soap.
I didn't.
It was Millie.
Look, Remy
so
needs her own room now.
What's that? I
My
didn't hear
own
you, Feist.
room?
I said Remy needs her own room.
Well, yeah, we do have Tilly's rooms open now, but that's down a couple floors with the boys. I don't remember which roommate she would have.
I don't need a room. It's fine. I've never had one to myself anyway.
And I just keep talking to Feist and ignore Remy, trying to figure out which room it is that we can give to Remy.
You're gonna get a fucking room whether you like it or not.
In your head, Remy, you hear,
it's best just to let her have her way. You can stay with me if you like.
Oh my gosh.
It's fine. Tegan's always in his tower, and Adnan doesn't snore that much, and Gearhart kind of does, but I think that he's on the other side.
Yeah, I don't remember which guy is on which floor. Although, nope, wait, now I remember. because it used to be Adnan and Doug on the same floor because they actually ended up sleeping in the same room together. Was it Adnan and Doug who I found spooning in the room? Or was it Tegan and Adnan? I can't keep it straight. But I think it was it Tegan and Adnan? Oh, well maybe I have that wrong. One of those floors somewhere. I don't know. Anywhere you sleep, you might end up having a bedmate that you didn't realize you were going to have.
And is that abnormal?
Interesting.
I don't think so. I don't know. They know better than climbing my bed because I'll stab them.
Gerhard over here like, I've never had a bedmate. What the fuck?
I'm missing out.
Yeah, I want cuddles.
Come join the cuddle puddle and Feist room.
That smells too much like oil.
Which is why Feist comes and climbs into my bed.
Yeah, it smells better. And there's
See,
soap.
so we just need to get some Portia's soap.
No. I'm
Speaking
now
of which,
very
once I'm done with the bath, Feist would find an oil that would be suitable for joint lubrication and just start going at it with whatever like small implement with Leviathan that they can.
What are
Okay.
you doing? No!
Okay.
Don't do that!
Why not?
Don't!
Why?
Why would you put oil? What are you doing?
What?
What are you doing?
I'm cleaning Leviathan.
Leviathan doesn't need cleaned.
Have you been in it?
Well, if you've been in it and it stinks, that sounds like a you problem.
Yeah, which I'm trying to fix. I don't understand what's happening.
Neither do I. Oh.
So, did you dry off and robe on, or are you just
No.
free scaling it?
Nope, I'm
You
just
just got scalies.
scaly walking out. I don't know why there's a towel there. That's a robe.
I'll dry off and put a robe on and just kind of sit on the edge. Watch Feist oil her armor.
All right.
Oiling armor with bath oil.
Yeah, great.
It'll smell beautiful, don't worry.
It'll smell like something. Super good. Well, at about this time, the second door that was on the left opens up. And just before it opens all the way, you hear a voice go, "Are you decent?"
Do I recognize the voice? No, because I'm still in the tub.
Does that matter?
This character, yes.
One person said yes, so in they come. In comes walking in Jason with pulling behind him this cart that seems relatively tall, and it's all closed off. He's like pulling this wooden dresser thing behind him, and as he does, there's another person with him that's the player cat is probably gonna fall in love with.
Yep. You're gonna love this character. As they come in, knowing, because I go ahead and get out of the tub, dry off real quick, and put on my robe as they're coming in.
Pushing the tall dress herb thing, tall wooden box. We're gonna go tall wooden box is a you can tell is an elven woman. She is of darker ebony colored skin. She's got very, very full-bodied, long white hair that comes down to about just past her shoulders, and she has the sides of her hair pulled back behind her long, pointed ears. She has really, really long eyebrows that kind of come out this way. She has a ample bosom as well as ample rest of her. She is a curvy individual who stands at a statuesque 5'6". As she's pushing this thing behind Jason, you can tell she's doing most of the work. Jason is just barely guiding this thing in place. She wears a form-fitting black dress that sparkles in the light, revealing all of her glory for anybody to see. As she pushes this thing in and turns around, you can tell that she's got these bright violet eyes. For the two new people, go ahead and give me an intelligence ability check. Wow. Both of you would realize, seeing as how you have one in your party, that she's an Eladrin.
Ooh.
She's a little bit more fey than the average elf. As she pushes this thing aside, she goes, "Now, Jason, honey, now that we've gotten it here, go ahead and unpack." And she turns around and goes, "Now, Portia, it's lovely to see you again, but I understand there are some who have not known the glory of a dress, and I need to fix that."
I am fully aware. I'm not quite dry yet, so once I dry up, I'll get you my hug from you. But yes, this is Remy, and this is Feist, and this is Jasmine. The one the glorious, she has made at least 3 of my dresses, and they are mwah, my favorites.
The one that made you the center of attention last night.
Speaking of, yes, the battle dress fit like a glove. I got to finally wear it last night.
Wonderful.
It was glorious. You would have loved it.
I think it resulted in successful egg making, or at least an attempt.
I just kind of look at Feist
Made
and
eggs in the
I don't.
I mean, I
No,
suppose it's your dress.
I did not make eggs in
your
that
food
dress.
however you like and whatever you want. I do not judge.
Egg making. That is not what Feist meant. Feist meant bed partners. As she just kind of stumbles over her words and blushes a little bit.
Noted.
Oh.
So I did not
Jason,
cook in that dress.
we are gonna need some of the red.
No,
I believe.
no, that's not no. Jasmine,
Portia
no.
has stories to tell.
I do not have stories to tell.
Oh, yeah, listen, you cannot come into my place and say bed partners and not give me the tea. I clearly need it.
Well, he's
I
very
just kind of
handsome.
I look at Feist and Remy.
It's a.
And I'm like,
interesting.
I did not
he's
confirm or
handsome.
deny a bed partner at all.
You
didn't need to.
Friends clearly, and she stops as she says that and goes, "What an adorable cat."
His name's Henry. He's actually a lion, but he can take a household cat form. And he's Henry. Do you want to dress too?
The tail just flickers.
Oh, he's mad for being in the bathhouse right now.
Yes, why are we in the bathhouse, Jason? Well, it was the only room we had open. Why didn't you kick somebody else out?
And I just kind of
princess.
I'm
a device. I told you she's important.
Jason stammers a little bit and whatever. We're already here. Jasmine comes over, and when she does, as she's walking over there, there's a couple things a couple additional things that you would notice. She's wearing high heels that are open-toed. They too are black with a little bit of a shine, or of a sparkle, to them. Her nails are filed to a point, and they are about an inch long. And each nail itself has some kind of design to it. You'd have to get closer to find out what. But there is something about their nails. And now that she's a little bit closer, it's it's only at this point that you realize that she's wearing some kind of either platinum or silver chain that disappears in front of her. It just goes into a crevasse that just never to be seen again. And as she comes over and gestures for Jason, Jason is unlatching and opening whatever this wooden structure is, and when he does, like, it's opens to be like twice its size, like one of those traveling suitcases that you lift up and pull out and open side left and right, and like there's just all these puppies and shelves, and it's just a lot there. You can see it's just full of all kinds of different fabrics, and some little pull-out drawers. There are a few pieces of leather on one side, and there's like a whole thing. And she walks over to one of the sides and grabs something off of a peg, and comes back over, and she begins to unwind what looks like a small bit of twine that's got knots every so often. And she goes, "All right, so who's first?"
Go for it, Remy.
Go
Don't
for
need
it,
a
Remy.
dress. It's fine, ma'am. I really don't. It'll be fine.
And I kind of just grab Remy by the arm and bring her over. Like,
be
let her
fun.
measure you.
Okay.
It'll be fun.
are-
She won't bite.
Remy, it was, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I measure you?
Sure.
It's still kind of not an affirmation. I'm going to need a consent here.
Come on, Remy.
Never
You want
worn
me
a
to go
dress
first?
before.
That's fine. Nobody's ever worn a dress before until they have for the first time.
Okay.
Do you want me to go first? Will it make you feel better?
I don't know. It's just usually I just find clothes or pull them from my mother's things.
Look, you
Well-
found these here.
I'm Mother Jasmine. These are my things that we're going to pull for you. I just need your measurements.
Okay.
So is that a yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Excellent. And she has you do like pull arms out and stand up tall. And she comes behind you. She measures your neck area, your shoulder area, the center chest area, your belly, then your waist, and she gets
All the sewing measurements.
all the sewing measurements. That's right. And she's just throwing out numbers as Jason is over there with some kind of tab and that multicolored quill, and he's writing things down. Tell me, Remy, what's your favorite color?
Purple?
What shade of purple?
Purple like my eyes? Her eyes are like violet.
Okay. Jason, we're gonna need Violet 312, I believe. Of Remy here. And he's like, really? Oh, okay. He's a little excited. He's like going over to their storage area and opening up a drawer and pulling out this bolt of fabric and setting it on one of the tables that folds out of this monstrous contraption and sets it down. All three of you, go ahead and give me perception checks, please.
Persuasion. Persuasion. Perception. Hells yes.
Nice. All three of you notice that when he sets this down, in his hands, it is almost the exact same color as her eyes. But when he sets it down, there's a reaction to the material that it gets fluorescently brighter before going back to being the initial violet color.
Eyes go like this.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. Walk.
When people normally don't pay attention to me, it's easier to hide in the corner and watch.
Honey, I'm paying attention to you right now.
I noticed.
Well then, Feist, was it?
Yes.
I couldn't help but notice you have a metallic front over here that you were cleaning or rubbing or doing something to.
Yes, this is Leviathan.
Leviathan. Wonderful. Now, for your dress, do you want it for you or for you and Leviathan?
Oh.
Because that's completely different color tones.
It is, truly. So...
Feist know that?
Well, absolutely. You got to make sure things match. Also, Master really didn't like when you got his clothes mixed up and they clashed with his scales, especially when he liked to change forms. It was very tedious sometimes matching things. I'm a little worried about damaging a dress in Leviathan. It tends to be what I wear most of the time, but it also is not really designed for delicate operations.
So
probably
doesn't mean
without.
it can't be delicate.
No, but I think I might tear it. So I think without.
All right. In that case, do I have permission to get your measurements?
They'll reach into the Leviathan. I imagine in one of their notebooks they've taken their own measurements at some point. Probably not all of them that they need, but for, measuring armor and fittings and things like that. So they'll hand them that and be like, that might start.
Is it covered in chocolate?
Probably. Probably more like grease and oil and whatever they were tinkering with earlier.
I want to word this.
I was fully expecting him to go, I don't know how to word this. Gross.
No. So
Yes. Yes. Can we retcon that?
no. She sees like this no longer bound together notebook that is probably torn a few times. The pages are definitely not in any sort of order that are crisscross applesauced around. And as she sees this and she's looking at you, looking at this, she goes, now as a fellow professional in our own fields, I of course have to get my own measurements.
Oh, of course. Sorry.
Fly, Jasmine, fly.
She'll stand with her arms out, like T-posing, and stick her tail, like, straight out.
And she begins to take measurements of you, paying a little bit more attention around where the tail itself comes out from your body, as she, wants to get something that's going to fit. And then she goes, do you want something to come up and in between these to be on top of your head? Or do you want just shoulder down? Or do you want some kind of jewelry for the horns there?
I have never worn a dress before, so if a dress has a hood, that sounds like fun.
Portia's didn't.
Normally, but it could.
I tell you what, all the decisions can be made by Portia.
Okay, I'm going to do what I want. Excellent.
Yeah.
Oh no. Feist has no clue what's going on. Players going, oh god, how much gold do I have?
James.
Oh,
Just
no.
trying. We're just trying on.
Oh
We're
no.
just trying. We have more gold at home in the
You
bag
say
of
you're
holding.
just trying on, but there's no dresses that are pre-made at
It's all just
in
fabric.
any of your
I know.
views.
Nope.
I
These are
know.
all bolts of fabric.
Yep.
And I see you have an interest in the metallic colors, but is there anything that you would like special for your dress? Thanks.
Bronze. Somewhere.
Bronze somewhere.
Yeah, just so long as it's on the dress somewhere. Bronze color. Maybe not even the metal itself, but bronze coloring.
Hmm. Would you open your mouth, please?
Okay. What?
All right, thank you. Interesting.
We should have taken the boys dress shopping. Now they're not going to have pretty dresses.
They wouldn't let me last time.
Adnan's just going to have a hole in his foot. He needs
Yeah.
a pretty dress to go with his new
They both.
feet.
They
Yeah,
both
Gary
have.
needs
They
one.
both have
Shoot.
text. They
No,
both have
Gary needs one
Texas.
to match his bow.
We got to see what color
Does
Tegan
his
will
bow
choose.
change colors?
She makes
has
a
more
yellow
than
tux.
dresses.
Tegan has
Jasmine's
his
Treasures
text is
makes
yellow.
a lot of stuff. All right. I think I have an idea for you first. I've never made a dress for a kobold before, so this will be fun.
You're up to it. I know you can do it.
This will be fun.
I know lots of kobolds that like dresses, but to be fair, I don't think they've ever. Well, I don't know if they would have ever shopped here.
Not sure about the color just yet. But it will definitely have bronze in it. Don't you worry. All right, well. Portia, your turn.
You need my measurements again?
It's been 9 months since you were last measured.
Has it been that long? Maybe I'm right
The
for
battle
Jason's
dresses
golding
do
me.
take a couple of months to make, so, you know.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm a horrible friend. And I just go up to her and put my arms out for measurement.
She takes all of the measurements, and then you hear Jason go, huh.
I kind of look at Jason and I'm like, what?
Huh? What?
What are you hutting about?
Oh, nothing.
Jason,
Mm-hmm.
what are you hutting about?
It's just some of the measurements a little different. No big deal.
Don't make me smack you.
Why would you smack me?
Why are you making that sound about my measurements?
They're just a little different.
Bad difference?
No, definitely
I didn't
not.
grow 10 inches tall this time.
It's true. You did not grow 10 inches tall.
Oh, I don't have nothing to throw at him.
Did you get taller again, Portia? Are you
No,
still
he's just
growing?
being, he's just being, he's still mad at me. It's fine. I love you too, Jason.
Apparently, she hasn't noticed yet. It'll be fine. And then as he's mumbling
Notice
to
what?
himself,
You
I look
can't
at-
say that
I
to
look
me
at
because you
Portia.
know my history. Noticed what?
Look, she's never gonna notice on her
And
own.
so
It
then
took her
I
this long
stop.
to notice the bite
I
marks on the
step
soap.
away. I step away from Jasmine and I just start kind of looking myself over and do like the I'm still this tall. Yeah, these are still here. Like that has I start frantically just like.
okay, give me an investigation roll with advantage.
I'm trying to look to see if Portia looks like she's only a foot taller than me or taller than me. Because she's still tall than me. Oh, Portia.
And I just look at Jasmine with really big eyes as I'm doing this. Like, what is he talking about? Having some trauma response here.
Let's see.
That's not funny. That's not funny. Because Jason's the one who I went to for clothes when I sprouted up to 4 feet overnight and scared him half to death.
Yeah, there was a whole chamber involved where we're trying to figure out if there was a curse or something on you.
Yep, Jason and I have some history.
Fashion Treasures does a lot.
They do.
I need to get rid of this and hit send.
Okay. Do I think anything of it?
That's up to you. I don't know what you think of it. That's up to you. That's just what you've noticed.
I go back to Jasmine and I'm just sitting there and I'm like just contemplating.
She continues the measurements, and she looks to you as well. What color for you this time? And for what occasion?
I think this time let's do something a little more not fancy. Don't look at me like that. I don't know. I was thinking almost like sundressy. I don't have any of those.
Sundressy? Remy, you have got to tell me more about this handsome man in her life. Sundressy from you?
Well, we were on a picnic earlier today.
Oh, she starts fanning her face.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
I'm not going to tell you color now. I'm done. She's turned 5 shades of red. She is completely
Portia.
clammed up and not said anything else.
Wait, Portia, does Yasmin not know Leaf?
Leaf?
You're innocent.
Leaf is the handsome man in your life?
I don't say a word and I just start looking through color swatches.
Are there color swatches out here and stuff?
I have hope.
There are now.
Okay. I was like, okay. Fancy.
They've materialized in her panic.
She's pulled them out of a drawer.
Sure, why not?
I did dance with Leaf last night. I'll give you that.
And you
on the dance floor in the tavern
in the bedroom?
No. I did not deny or confirm that whatsoever. What about this color?
Between what these two are saying? Oh my.
They don't know what they're talking about.
Oh, really?
What about this one? Do you think this one will be okay?
Isn't he like 400 years old? Oh my god, I bet he knows what he's doing.
And she just keeps turning redder, but she doesn't say anything.
You're not denying it. And, I mean,
You
not
worked.
to put you on the spot, but your body's not denying it either.
She worked very hard to get her egg-laying spot away from Gearhart.
Yeah.
So
Is that what
I
Jason
imagine it
was talking
painful.
about? And
Wait
I
a
just
minute. Who's Gerhardt? Is this another person you're vying for?
Me?
Oh,
No, actually, I
is
was
Gerhardt
fighting.
vying for Leaf?
He's vying for Leaf.
Correct.
I want to stab him in the face so hard. You should probably come home for dinner. Come back. Have you gone to the tavern for dinner? Jason,
did tell
you
me
should.
that you invited him, and
I think your sister may have it.
I'm apparently gonna have to show up as well.
I pick
want
out
to
a color
meet
swatch and I show
Gerhardt.
Jasmine.
I need to meet Leaf. Oh my gosh. How's Firestarter and Melancholy?
Firestarter and Melancholy. They're doing
You
okay.
Limbrick?
No, Adnan and Tegan.
Oh, I was about to say, who's Melancholy?
Adnan.
And
Okay.
Adam's not Melancholy. He's got prince clothes now.
You
Wait,
really
he's
need to
got
come. You really need to
prince
come over for
clothes?
dinner.
Yes.
Yes.
He
You
has a
have to come.
robe and a crown and everything.
From where?
A
The
deep,
dungeons.
dark
We've been in the Mad Mage dungeon for the last week.
Oh, so not the 7 months it's been, only the past week.
I said I'm sorry.
All right.
We were saving the city, and then we had some training to do.
I mean, who doesn't save the city?
I'm sorry.
How often does this happen? I'm new to Waterdeep. How often does the city require saving?
And I just
Great
give
question.
Jasmine these like really big, pathetic, sad eyes that neither Feist nor Remy have ever seen. But like I full on give her my I'm very sorry look.
I'm gonna need a persuasion roll. All right. Won't bring it up again. But yes, dinner sounds lovely. We, of course, will stop by. I hear there's bone soup on the menu for today. I haven't had that in a long time, actually.
See?
I'm not thrilled about it.
It's delicious.
It is not.
You haven't tried it.
I
You
have
promise
to.
Leaf you're going to try this one, so don't complain again, because he will not let you not try.
Why would Leaf? Oh my gosh, is Leaf making it?
Yeah, Leaf's making.
Oh
fun
my gosh. So he cooks and he's apparently handsome?
You really need
You
to
know
meet
Leaf.
I haven't seen Leaf since well, he was in some kind of robot body. You guys haven't been back since the rumors of you bringing it back to life-ish.
Seen Leaf
Don't
since
tell her.
I've-
Don't
He
tell
was
her.
a
This is gonna be
robot?
fun. Don't tell her. This is gonna be fun. Please come for dinner tonight.
You haven't seen Leaf.
Don't tell her. Don't tell her. Don't tell her.
Am I gonna? You need to come over for dinner. Jason said you've been there for dinner since Leaf's been back.
Jason has been. I have not.
Oh, well, you have to come for dinner.
I don't. Did you talk to Leaf? No, he was in the kitchen. He never comes out.
Yes, he does. He comes out all the time.
Apparently, just for you.
Oh, for the whole group. Well, the whole group, we were having quote unquote dinner. He comes out and sits with us to eat.
Exactly. For you.
Sat next to Portia.
Of course he did.
What is
Get
this
her,
gang?
Remy. Get her, Remy.
Mr.
I've noticed a few
Mr.
things.
Handsome egg maker man.
Oh my gosh. You guys are totally getting me back for this dress thing, aren't you?
Oh yes.
Remy's like, if she feels uncomfortable, she's gonna make Portia feel uncomfortable.
I do not kiss and tell.
But there was kissing.
That's
I
the same
didn't
thing she
admit.
said to me.
You guys tried
So
to
what
make
do you
it
think about these two colors as I hold them up away
No
from Remy
Feist.
and Vice to show?
No, Feist, I tried to talk to her about this earlier.
Jasmine.
What are the guys doing while the girls are still gone?
How's the foot feeling, Adnan?
I'm gonna poke Adnan to wake him up.
It still hurts. I've been reading my book since I'm not in the condition to train anymore.
You gotta train through the pain, man.
Well, and so I had a nice little tankard of ale, and then retreated to do some meditation and considering about what spells I should actually load the next day.
Fair enough.
Max combat is not necessarily the best decision right now.
I mean, it might be. You might have to defend yourself later.
I might have to fight Portia because apparently I'm going to get stabbed in the face.
That's what I'm saying.
Definitely. Yes.
Would a disguise kit have a needle and thread in it?
I'm gonna say yes, because you never really know like what kind of disguise you would have that maybe you need to repair. So sure, like a tiny little boxy gizmo with like a maybe 3 colors of thread and the needle itself.
I will attempt to repair my boot with it.
Your boot is leather, and you're going to use regular needle and thread?
Whatever I got in my disguise kit. I'm limited in options.
Okay.
So we're gonna need some more healing here shortly.
You would probably know that Feist's room is full of shit.
You of course leave your foot in it, right?
Oh Jesus Christ!
You know, if I can get my foot up in a manageable position where I can work, otherwise I would take it off.
Probably gonna take the shoe off. Unless you want to have a awesome opportunity of sewing your shoe to your foot.
No, I've had a rough day, as it is.
Fair enough. Relatively easy enough, although I will say that it's not not quite so easy to use this particular needle in the leather of the boot, as it's a thin needle. It's meant for skinned or not necessarily skinned, but for like lighter fabrics, not a leather needle, which is usually a bit thicker. So it's slow work, and the needle itself is going to need to be replaced by the time you're done. It's just going to be too dull and it's too tiny for any sort of sharpening for anything.
Cool. I've got one repaired boot in my book.
Well, it's probably a little after 6 o'clock when the Rose and non-identifiable show back up to the tavern. You're told that since she's going to dinner, that she's not going to be able to make these today, but come tomorrow, she'll have them made up with the measurements so that there could be some dress trying, and that if you don't show up by the hour after noon, she will find you.
Mm-hmm.
Terrifying. I like it.
She really is. I do ask her how much roughly ballpark it looks like it's going to cost if we decide to buy the dresses.
Oh, don't worry about it.
I give her a kiss on the cheek and before we leave for the tavern.
Careful, you might make somebody jealous.
It's not that kind of kiss. You know that.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm fabulous.
Do what? I didn't catch that.
She says she doesn't know what you're talking about. She's fabulous.
Of course you are. When we get back to the tavern, I do go tell Leaf that I've invited Jason and Jasmine for dinner and ask him if he was going to join us.
I can if you'd like.
Well, yeah, I came and asked.
All right.
Okay, and I go back to the tavern proper. After I leave Henry in the kitchen.
As you leave, you hear him say to Jonathan, "Why isn't that door closed again?"
Because it's my kitchen too. Still need the stupid password to the kitchen. Can't believe I can't get that stupid fucking password.
The place is busy. It's hopping. It's bumping. There is a different band in the corner this evening, but there is seemingly so far that you've been here a live band every evening. Whether that's a thing now, not really 100% sure. You know, the whole business aspects hasn't been super narrowed down. But you guys can go to your table. No, that's already been done. No. I figured like you all ladies are non-identifiable, right? You guys have been gone for hours, okay?
Yeah.
The whole twirl and stabbing and sewing has already happened. It's already done.
I just kind of sit at our table, just kind of watch the room.
I'm just going to keep an eye out for the kits because they wanted to see the kits when we went topside, so they know they'll be here for bone soup.
Okay, so probably like 6:30-ish. I tell time without a sundial. Coming in through the main door is coming in through the main door is a really tall individual that wears a seemingly very plain black robe that has a rope tied around the waist. In their right hand, their massive right hand, is this teeny tiny hand of a blonde, blue-eyed little boy, and coming behind them are six super short alligator-like creatures. As walking in is Silas Marden and six of the kit. Um, Marden, first thing he does is run straight to Adnan. Uncle Adnan, look what I did, look what I did. And he sets his bag down and trifles through some papers, pulls out this piece of paper, and he puts it down in front of you.
I am going to make sure that my wounded foot is shielded under the table so that Martum cannot bump into it, and I will be all involved into how his day went and his picture and focused on Martum solely.
So the picture is of you in your kingly outfit, sitting on a throne, and then just behind the throne, there's the little bit of shadows, and in that shadows is a white masked individual that's just looking down at you, and a couple of black birds are flying up in the sky area, and he goes, Uncle Adnan, Our Lady is watching you. You're gonna be safe now.
Yeah, she was watching over me today, bud. I really am glad that I've got her on my side. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Goodness.
And well, the six shorter, alligator like looking creatures, like just start. One of them's got its tongue in its nose. Another one's got it like rubbing over an eye, and they just are like looking around. And you guys just hear this chanting of.
The moment Feist hears this, they will run over and say hi and also join in. She'll probably get the like eye lick in there that, if they missed stuff on their eyes, she'll like
As soon as they see you, the entire pack is just on you, and you kind of get knocked to the ground, and it's just a large lizardy mess on the floor.
Excellent.
Right there.
Excellent. Excellent.
In my mind, these are Muppets.
It's kind of like those Muppets from Labyrinth, though, not like the Muppets from like the Muppet Show. They're a little scarier and a little creepier, and their heads come off.
I do.
as-
I go and I knock on the kitchen door because I'm hiding from the kids.
Good
Okay.
to know.
As this lizard pile happens, the lizard group hears a and the kids themselves suddenly stop. Sit at the table if you want your bone soup, as Fozzern from behind the bar says. And a couple of them look up. Shiny! And then dart off to a table that is next to the Wayward Souls table.
Excellent.
was pretty well done, Vosrin. I'm impressed.
A lot of evenings of, well, rewarding them with food.
It is the best way to train a kobold. Kit? Kobold. Yeah.
He like, with his one missing claw goes, "It's a good way to train anything."
Just as subtly whispering back.
um, Portia, at this point in the evening, it's only half the door that's closed. It's just the bottom half, and servers are just constantly in and out. So you could totally go in. You're muted if you're talking. You could totally go into the kitchen, but
I just kind of go in and I go into a corner and just kind of sit there. So I know well enough to be out of the way. So I don't get in the way. I just go slip in with the server and go to like out of the way to just kind of sit for a few minutes because I know how the kids can be. I'm not seeing them behave, and I'm just gonna hide and be like, the kids are here as I go sit in a corner out of the way.
Leaf and Jonathan has a little bit of a stool, or just like sleeves are rolled up. They're just fire going everywhere. Things flipping and twisting, and it's fucking magic in the kitchen. You have no idea what the fuck they're doing, but shit's just flying and being caught, and they just. It's almost like a dance. They work really, really well. One will start something, the other one will finish it, and vice versa. And they're constantly just the swirl of chaos that somehow ends perfect on the plate. Perfect on the plate. Perfect on the plate.
I imagine that's mesmerizing as I'm just kind of watching. I just sit back and watch.
And again, servers are constantly coming in and out, in and out. Those of you who are in the tavern itself would notice that Tegan hasn't joined the Wayward Souls table. He's still up at the bar, the main bar in and of itself. What does Silas do?
Silas is actually gonna go lumber over to Adnan.
Okay.
I hear there will be a dance studio.
Yeah, actually, I was just looking at it today to see how it was coming along.
And how is it?
Yeah, they got to finish the walls and they're half done with the floor. But it's coming. Hopefully soon.
Is it a sturdy floor?
Oh yeah, yeah. That floor that's built solid. Let me tell you. I had the opportunity to get something stuck on the floor, and I tell you what, boy, that's good craftsmanship over there.
Hmm. When it is ready, I would teach young Martin how to dance for Our Lady.
Yeah, sounds great. Yeah, he had a picture of the lady looking over me today.
She watches us all.
Yeah, yeah. I think she watches some closer than others.
This may be true for yourself.
Yeah, I think you're onto something there. It's
It
all right though.
will.
I'm working on it. I've got a book. I'm reading up. Um, I'm working on my skill sets, as Tegan says.
Of course. Though, if you should want to meet my lady before you are done, let me know.
You wait, what? What? Do you visit your lady when you give up the ghost?
That is correct.
Are you saying like before I'm done, like you're gonna kill me so I can meet her right now?
Before you finish your book, if you so desire, of course.
Silas, you're dark.
It is not a dark or bad thing to meet my lady, but it may
Our
not
lady,
be.
Uncle Silas,
Uh,
our lady.
Our Lady, of course. Well said, young Martin. In time we all meet her, and it is not a bad thing.
As long as you're ready to meet your lady.
Hopefully.
I'm probably gonna go kicking and screaming the whole way.
He will still greet you with open arms. And if the dance studio is completed and we may lead some worship there, I suspect she will be all the happier.
Oh boy. So you're gonna do dance and prayer at the tavern. That is gonna win me a bunch of new friends.
Well, new friends are always good.
That's one perspective to have, you're right.
Now I think I will get some of that fine brew here. Your pardon. And he lumbers over to the bar and pulls out his custom mug, which is roughly the size of a 5-gallon drum. And yeah, just offers it out to get it filled.
Osrin's first rodeo. He knows how this goes. Takes it from you, goes over to like one of the pony kegs, just drains the whole thing into it, sets it back up.
My thanks. I hear that tonight is bone soup.
Yeah, Leaf's barely been brewing it. I don't know if you brew bone soup. Burning it? Cooking it? I don't know what you do with it. For a few days. Apparently it's ready.
Yes, the young ones are quite excited.
Yeah, they actually listened the first time. They must be very excited.
Well, that is unusual.
Yeah.
I will let them go first. And then Silas turns around, drinking his beer, and goes and sits down.
Where does Silas sit?
Not close to Gerhard.
So not at the main table. Okay. You don't
Oh no,
want
if you sit
Gerhard
somewhere
Silas?
else. Oh no, if you sit somewhere else, Feist will come try and pull you up to the table. Feist will want to catch up and see how they're doing. Not just nefariously, but also a little nefariously, sorry. But also genuine interest.
Silas would definitely follow for that, you know. He'll break the bone soup fast at the table.
Sure. Easy enough to do. Easy enough to do. Portia, as you are in the kitchen and seeing the chef dance happening, uh, one of the leaves appears in front of you.
I just kind of raised my eyebrows. I didn't do nothing.
Would you like to help?
Really?
Yeah, I need the cauldron of bone soup carried out there.
Oh. Fine. Yeah. I'll help carry the bone soup out.
Thank you.
I take the bone soup. Got me all excited that you were gonna allow me to cook in here.
Not while there's customers.
I promise. I told you I can cook.
The shade.
Okay. That leaf grabs one of the massive handles and expectingly waiting for you to grab the other handle.
Yeah, I grabbed the other handle.
And he's like, come on. This doesn't last for very long. Would be real bad if I were to disappear in this drop.
Oh, at that point, I just kind of hurry because I'm like, oh yeah, nope. I know better than to spill soup on the tavern floor. Not happening. I imagine I probably have had a leaf disappear on me before, so like, yeah, I pick up my speed.
So you guys go through the double flapping door, and again, it's strange. Like on this side, it's not quiet, but sound is muffled, and as soon as you pass that, it's loud, and the band is going, and people are talking, and it's busy. It's a hubbub, and as the two of you are carrying this thing in, Feist, you smell it immediately. The kits, like they're all, and then suddenly the tails go, whoop, and they're looking. The eyes are super big off the sides. Their mouths are open, and there's a little bit of, a little drool happening there. Like they're, bone soup, and those, bone soup. It's just a whole chant of bone soup, and the table next to you guys, or next to the kids, is like, bone soup, bone soup, bone. It's suddenly the whole fucking area is doing it. And you guys just see Foz running up to the bar, just like, oh gosh.
Gerhardt feels similarly.
I believe that. As the cauldron is moved onto a cart platform that's set on that, then as this gets set, that leaf poof is gone.
Yep. As soon as it's set and that leaf has disappeared, I quickly back up, expecting to be like kits, like just bombarding this cauldron. Like, does that make sense? Like how loud they got? I definitely get out of.
They got loud. They're very excited. They stay at their table, waiting. Nobody rushes. The bar does get a little quiet after the whole bone soup chant. There's still people talking, amongst themselves. People who didn't want or order the bone soup, right? Like there's still some small conversations, but for the most part, things have quieted down a little bit here. And that's where we end tonight's episode of Waterdeep Adventures for the first time this year.
I imagine the kids are all like chihuahuas, when they're like shaking.
Oh, they are shaking and chomping like
they're just shaking in place.
I feel like Feist would be at the edge of the Wayward Souls table, which is right next to the kit table. So like talking to Silas a little bit, but also looking at the kits. Like one of the kits is like, "Let's go," and another one's like, "Oh no, you don't want to do that again." Like there's a little fun there.
They've learned.
We'll see how long they learn. They're very antsies.
Look, ADHD is a bitch, y'all.